What's going on, everybody? Welcome to my Hostiles movie review. Better late than never. I saw this movie like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I never got around to reviewing it. Now that I did my Black Panther review, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. This movie is directed by Scott Cooper, stars Christian Bale, Rosamund Pike, as well as Wes Studi, who plays Chief Yellowhawk. Wes Studi, he's been playing like these indigenous characters like for so long. I'm kind of thinking he might be overdue for an Oscar. He's I don't know. He might get a supporting nomination for this one. Maybe not. And it also has what's his face? Adam Beach. I think he's the guy who played Slipknot and got his head blown up. He was also in. I believe he's the same guy who was in Wind Talkers. This movie is about takes place in I think 1890, so about 30 years after the Civil War. Um, uh, Christian Bale plays a captain in the Union Army, or actually at this point it's just the U.S. Army. There's no more Civil War, and he has to escort, under order of President Harrison, Chief Yellowhawk up to his homeland in Montana after he's been in prison for 7 years, and he doesn't want to do it because he's spent most of his career fighting on the front lines. And it's interesting. I like that they throw in a black character because it tells you that his prejudices come from war, like experiences in war, not not necessarily just they're not just ethno supremacist biased, right? In war, war makes you hate people that you normally wouldn't hate, especially if you're a soldier, just for the fact that you see the worst of people. And I think, unfortunately, the same thing sometimes happens with police, where they have to deal with the worst of people, and sometimes they may develop prejudices that were not there initially just because of their experiences. Now, that's not an attack on anybody, okay? I'm just telling you, like, you tend to. You kind of like the thing with pit bulls, and it's terrible to compare it with animals. Maybe this is going off the rails. Anyway, if I had to describe this movie in one word, it would be dour. This is a very dour movie. It's very sad, and it's like, man, these people, his entire mission. Oh, first of all, this opens up with a terrible act of violence. You know exactly what the tone is going to be. This whole family gets slaughtered by these, I think Cheyenne, and I guess Cheyenne. Apparently, they were like, you know how they always have like the good natives and the bad natives. You know, I'm 46% Native American myself, so kiss my ass. I'll say what the fuck I want. You know, you have your bad Indians and your good Indians, and it man, they brutalize this family, and Rosamund Pike survives. And on the way to go take these people to Montana, they pick her up, and man, this movie really is, a lot of it is about hatred and letting go of your hatred, and you can see like 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 Christian Bale didn't even want to take Yellow. He's like, I don't want to take him. I fought him and his tribe. I've seen what they did, and like he is so consumed by his hatred that until the colonel tells him, you know what, you're about to retire, aren't you? Like this is your last assignment. If you don't do this, I'm stripping you of your pension. And for someone who spent 20 years in the military in war, all of a sudden they say they're going to take away your pension. That's like, oh God, that's like the worst thing. So he does it, and they experience the worst, most horrible things all along the way. Oh my god, dude. I'm glad I wasn't born back then. You know, when I see these SJWs complaining, you know, like, oh, my pronouns, people are suffering because of pronouns and they can't pee where they want. I'm suffering. No, you wouldn't know what suffering was if it came up and slapped you in the damn face. These these people lived in a time when there was suffering, and even before that, there was even worse suffering. Can't believe what we've been reduced to complaining about. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Anyways, they undergo a lot of trial, tribulation. Timothy Chalamet's in this movie actually, playing Desjardins, this French guy. Um, yeah, everybody in this cast is incredibly is great. I don't think there's any Oscar worthy performances in here. Um, Maybe Christian Bale, but I don't think so. It's early in the year. Um, it's a good movie. I do think it slowed down a little bit too much. There was like one scene where like the these man, it's just like the small group. It's about 15 people just trying to get to Montana, and it's like everybody and their grandma has to mess with this group. And there's one scene like that just didn't need to be in there, where like the women get captured. Rosamund Pike and some of the Native American women get captured. For probably to get raped later or sold, or I don't know, by some fur traders. Like that whole ordeal did not need to be in the movie, And then later there's some criminal. Ben Foster's in this movie, another great actor. The cast is stellar, and the director does a good job. It's just I felt like it really lagged, and I was like, okay, these people are miserable. They're just gonna be miserable on the way up there. Um, Kind of tries to have a happy ending, but it's not really even that happy. Well, I don't know. It's a well done film, but it's very dour in the it tries, I think, to teach you a lesson about like not hating so much. I think you can only hate so much to a point until like you can't hate anymore. You can only yell and scream so loud and for so long that what you're saying becomes irrelevant. Maybe that should be a lesson for the extreme left. It's like you can't go around saying, you know, these people and those people and f that and f this before what you're saying it just becomes it's people become numb to it. Um, yeah, man. Christian Bale's character undergoes a nice transformation. I guess nice. I don't know if nice is the correct word, but a significant transformation. So does Rosamund Pike, her character. Uh, and then so much bad stuff just happens. It basically tells you didn't want to be alive during this period because if you want to go from, I think they were in North Texas or Oklahoma. I think they might have been in Oklahoma. If you want to go from Oklahoma to Montana, you're probably going to get murdered, raped, scalped, robbed, and all this terrible stuff. So be glad you're not alive back then. All right, bye. So, yeah, but again, probably one sequence too long. Could have been like 15 minutes shorter. Uh, on the Star Strider scale, I'm going to go ahead and rate this movie. It's going to be hopefully a short review. I'm going to give this movie a 76. All right. So, if you're a movie person, this is a movie for movie people. It's not for your like, oh, should I? If you don't like to go to the movies often, don't go watch this movie. If you're a movie person, go watch this movie. You'll yeah, it's you'll I guess you'll take what you want from it, and what I took from it was like, don't be so hateful. That's kind of what I got. All right, like and subscribe, and especially subscribe. Trying to get some more viewers. Anyways, look how quickly I can stand up. Subscribe, and you'll learn how to do that too one day. Anyways, I will see you guys over there. No, I'll see you guys later.